Oh my gosh, I just looked into the sun and like I can't see. Ah, did I blind myself? I don't know what's going on. Like my eyes need to focus. Oh my god, I can't. Okay, you know what? Whatever. I'm not gonna focus on it. It just got so freaking off topic. So we're gonna be talking about how I manifested my dream partner. I don't want to talk for too long, but I didn't make a list, so I'm gonna start off with a story time and kind of like take the tips I derived from that experience. This is probably gonna be like 3 hours long, so get ready. Let's get started. So it's like the end of 2016, like the last few months of 2016. I had recently broken up with a partner. We were in a long distance relationship and we were going through a lot of self-realization, self-growth, and we were just each dealing with our own things, and like the fact that the relationship was long distance also had a bit of a strain on us and made it harder to connect. So we had both agreed to part ways, ended things mutually on good terms. Even though we ended things on good terms, I was going through a lot with myself where I was kind of like doubting the idea of love, and not in like a negative way. I was just like coming to this realization like, oh, maybe love isn't for me. Maybe, you know, I don't have a soulmate as much as I'd like to believe. Everyone does have a soulmate. I was like, you know, maybe my soulmate is a platonic soulmate or like a pet or something. Like, I don't know. But it was kind of self-deprecating, but it's not the most negative that I've been about love. What is with all these freaking emergencies today? Like, it's the day before Valentine's Day. Let's like not do that, okay? So one night I had this dream, and in the dream there was a person. We're gonna call this person Canary. Very fitting. So in the dream I was lying down on a bed in an apartment that I like did not recognize, and I was kind of like confused because I remember like I was looking around. Even though I was like laying down, I was like looking around, and I noticed that the TV was on. And so I was looking at the TV, and then I remember feeling someone's hands like caressing my hand. I was like, okay. So I turned to face where the caressing is coming from, and there's a person there, Canary. And so Canary is lying next to me watching TV. And when I turn to look at Canary, I expect Canary to like turn to me and look at me, but Canary doesn't. Canary just continues to look at the TV and continues to caress my hand. So I'm like, all right, you don't want to look at me? All right, that's cool, like whatever. And the dream ends. So I wake up from this dream and I'm like, what was that? Like, what? I was really confused and kind of like, what's going on? Like, I don't really know what's going on. But after thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this as a sign that love is coming to me. After I have this dream, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna promote more positivity in my life. Like, this is a sign that love is coming to me. I just got out of a depressive point in my life, and I don't want to go back to that state. I don't want to relapse. So we're gonna push yourself, and we're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this. All right? I would constantly remind myself, like, love is coming to you, love is coming to you. Don't worry about it, don't think about it too much. Like, you're good, don't sweat it. Love is coming to you, love is all around you. There is no reason for you to fret. And yeah, I would just constantly remind myself that it's coming. I also would like listen to love songs a lot, and at first I was kind of like, what the fuck is this corny ass shit? But it really works, because like after a while, after like I would listen to these songs, I would be like, yeah, like I feel good. And listening to the songs led to like me daydreaming about me being in love and like seeing myself in a situation with a partner. And when you can picture yourself in a situation, you can make it happen. I would like take a song that I really liked, and I would like listen to the whole thing and like just visualize for a little bit. It was fun. It would like take me away from reality and kind of like enter my own world. It would make me feel good, and that's what I was trying to, that was the goal. So we was getting the gold. But because I started like feeling really good, I wanted to share this good energy with like other people, and I started like putting more compassion into my work and like just being nicer to people around me. I'm generally pretty nice, but like I was just like filled with a lot of energy, like a lot of beautiful energy, and I wanted to just like share it with other people. So I would like compliment random people on the street, or like just talk to people, and just like constantly try to keep this good feeling going in me, and like try to get a good feeling going in other people too. So one day I'm at work and I'm watching the circ desk, and so I had my camera with me because I was going to do a shoot with someone afterwards, like after my shift. So I'm at circ desk and like no one's there, so I'm just like looking through the pictures on my camera, and like I move out to get water from the water fountain. As I'm getting water, there's a person that comes out of the elevator and walks up to the circ desk and just like stands there waiting. So this is where stuff gets freaky. I walk to the circ desk, and in order for me to walk to the circ desk, I have to like kind of like squiggle past the person and like go under so I can like get on, you know what I mean. I was at the circ desk and I'm like, okay, let me like get someone to help this person, and I like turn around to look at them and it's Canary and I'm like, ah, like what? And so I'm literally just like standing there frozen in time, just staring at Canary. And Canary's just like chilling, smiling, like has no idea what's going on. And I'm like, oh God, like gotta go. So I run to the back office, which is like connected to the circ desk. And I like run and I'm like frantic and I'm like, oh, somebody needs to help that person outside. Like, I'm like, I need to get myself together, acting a little crazy, but I do that. And so someone goes and helps Canary, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I messed up my chance. Like I'm never gonna see Canary again. That was my chance. Mind you, what I did not mention is Canary looked exactly like the side of the face that I had seen in my dream. And technically I know that you're not, like your brain can't form faces on its own. Like every face you see in a dream is a face that you either have seen in passing or you've talked to or anything like that. But this face, I knew that I had never like looked at and like talked to, like directly looked at, or like I would have remembered. But this was a face that I probably saw in passing, working in the library or something. But regardless, it was freaking Canary, and that was enough for me. So I was like, damn, like I messed up my chance. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like that sucks. We would have constant times where we would like see each other in passing and like look at each other, but we wouldn't talk to each other. And I like wanted to talk to Canary so bad, but I was so afraid because I'm really shy and awkward, and I have trouble with my words a lot because I get really tongue-tied and my brain is kind of like all over the place a lot. But yeah, so I'm like, you know what, like this isn't gonna work out for me. Like I'm probably never gonna talk to this person, so I just like don't know, like I just can't do anything about it. I give up. Then the holidays come around and we're off from work for a few days. I go down to Pennsylvania where my dad's side of the family is at, and we hang out there. And whenever I go to Pennsylvania, because it's very there's a lot of nature up there, I always feel rejuvenated. I come back to New York feeling like a new person, like I feel a lot better. And it's weird because like you can really like taste the difference in even just the freaking air in New York. Like New York is nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. So I tell myself, I'm like, you know what, if you were given the chance to talk to Canary again, you gotta take it, because at the end of the day, what's the worst that can happen? You guys exchange words and never speak again. But the best that could happen is it could form a really great friendship or maybe something more. So why not just take the chance? So I come back from Pennsylvania and like I'm feeling the high vibration. I get back into work. So one day I'm getting off of work and I'm getting ready to leave, and during the time that I was leaving, a lot of people come in because that's when class starts. So as I'm leaving, a lot of people are coming up and the elevators are really busy. So when an elevator finally arrives, I'm like, oh, thank God, let me get out of here, like I got to go. I get on the elevator and I press the door close button, and at the last second, a hand goes in and stops the door. And I'm like, and the door opens and it's Canary. And I'm like, oh fuck, like, oh God, like now I have to freaking follow through with what I said. And so Canary comes in and we awkwardly smile at each other, and the doors close, and it felt like the longest elevator ride ever. But I look up and I see that we're approaching the first floor. So I'm like, you know what? You're gonna do this. Take this chance. I turn and I say, you know, I've always wanted to tell you that you have really nice style. And so Canary turns to me and says, you know, I've been meaning to tell you, like, you have such great style, and we're always like wearing the same colors, or like our colors always go together, and like, yeah, we started talking and yeah, I felt great. I was like, yeah, bitch, you took that chance. Girl, you better go, you better get it, get it. As time went on, I realized that that was not gonna work out, and this is why this is a cautionary tale, and you have to be really careful what you wish for. And when you ask the universe for something, you have to be specific, like down to the T, down to the socks, down to the tippy toes, like you gotta be specific. So for a lot of reasons, I realized that wasn't gonna work out, but I'm still really grateful for that experience because it helped me to realize the power that I had, and it also helped me rekindle my love for children and for working with children and like wanting to help children, which has always been a passion of mine, but I forgot about it for a little bit, or I kind of like let it slip. And yeah, and it also like made me take care of myself more, because it's like once you have a crush on someone, it's like, oh, okay, I gotta friggin' get it together. And I did, and I like went out, bought myself clothes, which I hadn't done in a really long time, and like I started caring about like taking care of myself and my body. And I used to show up to work looking crazy. I still do occasionally. Yeah, it helped me realize a lot, so I'm really grateful for that experience. But it's always like important to remember, just because someone physically is what you wanted, or like it was crazy how much like it was really similar to what I wanted in a person, or what I was looking for at the time. Like physically, this person was down to the T what I was looking for, same zodiac sign I was looking for, birthday in the same month, 9 days apart. Like it was crazy. But never ask for a specific person, because you don't know if that person's right for you. And that's like really closing yourself off to love, which falling in love and like finding love is about opening yourself up. So to wrap this up, because the sun is setting and my battery's dying, this is a hot mess, I want to get some tips. So first tip is to always remember that love is coming to you. Think of it as like a paycheck that you get weekly or bi-weekly, or like food that you get when you go to a restaurant. It's gonna come to you regardless. Second tip is to spread love, because whatever you put out into the universe, you get back. So be nice to people, compliment someone, talk to people, like talk to old people if they talk to you. Like I know sometimes it's like, girl, please, but like just give them a chance. You never know what meaning someone can bring you. Third thing is to materialize it. Now I do this in writing a lot. You can like write a letter to yourself, a letter to your future self or your future lover, and this gives you something that you can look at and read and like train your mind to believe, and it'll come into your life. My last tip is to trust yourself and don't overthink it. Now, this is kind of debatable because I do have a tendency to overthink things, and it still happened, but usually overthinking leads you into a position of lack, and I think that's partially why it didn't work out. But don't overthink it too much. Like, you can still think about it, but if it's like to a point where it's like, oh, like I have to attract love, I have to attract love, that's not evoking positive energy inside of you, nor is that putting you in a position of I'm going to get or I have. You're in a position of I want or I need. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was informative. I hope you can take something from it. I have a lot of stories like this pertaining to like not just love, but like money, jobs, all that kind of stuff. So maybe I'll end up turning this into like a series, like a Mindful Monday kind of series, even though it's not Monday, but I thought that was cute. Maybe that'll happen. So yeah, I hope you guys can take something from this. Happy Valentine's Day again, and I hope you guys like my hearts. I hope you guys open up your hearts. Don't be out here trying to be like I ain't got no feelings, because you're gonna get that back to you. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.